Good afternoon there, Jane. Hi, Jane. Thank you for joining us. I'm sure that HR have informed you why you're here today.
Yes,
How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Okay, that's good to hear. So, I'd just like to introduce myself. So, my name is Gabriel Inario. So, I will be working with you. So, I'm a case manager here. So, I will be dealing in these kinds of situations that we're having right now at the moment. So, if you have any questions, you can ask me after the sessions or any clarifications that you want to clarify. So, yeah, um, as I said, how are you doing with the situations that you experience?
Oh, I'm still very upset. I feel like all the things that were said, it really shocked me, and to me, it's very offensive to be saying those things in this time. I believe that this was very wrong, and we should be holding those people accountable for it. It's been, you know, um, like this, not only them, but around in our community for a long time, and we need to start to change the narrative, and yeah, I think they need education, and they need um, yeah, they need to understand why this is offensive, and there are a lot of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people who should be having the same opportunities and rights, and they have the right to be respected and be treated with dignity. So yeah.
No. Thank you for standing up on discrimination. It's very lovely of you. Yeah, I know that this can be hard because still we're still having some racism and maybe discrimination here in Australia as well. So before we start, so I just want to make sure that you're comfortable. Do you want any support person to come along with you, or you can call outside, or someone who can help me out, or you?
Okay.
Yeah, alright, that's good. So so I'm just gonna start in explaining like your roles and responsibilities during our session. So as our client here, so you are you receive one of your rights is to receive the humane care and treatment and services that you need, and then privacy and confidentiality is also very important here for you. Um, you have the right to receive accurate information concerning the situation, and also you have the right to ask about reasonable alternatives to services or other outside facilities that you may need, and also participating actively in making decision making, and then accessible information regarding your scope and ability of service. And also your responsibilities are to provide complete information as much as you can, ask questions to ensure understanding, show respect to help our personnel here and also to our um, clients as well. Inform me or your HR if any changes in the situations you are in, or is there anything that you might want to add or bothering you. And then also you also have the responsibility to provide requests or any informations, um, permission to release any personal records of yours. Okay, and then I'm just gonna describe quickly our organizational policies and procedures and our duty of care. So, here, so you are. Thank you for coming with us, and then so the name of our organization is Live for Life. So we try to cater people in our community that needs help in terms of social services. With this one, with who experience any discrimination, and also people who need medical assistance as well. And also our duty of care is this is our legal obligation which is imposed to our clients or individual requiring adherence to standard or reasonable care while performing any acts that could forcibly harm others. So as part of our obligation is to prevent our clients from any foreseeable harms. and also yeah. So I was told by your HR that you like experienced like some of your colleagues are been discriminating people from Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander, right?
Yeah.
And then and then if and then as the time goes by, it's getting bigger in your organization.
Yes.
Organization, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, I see. So basically, we're dealing here. We can say we can also say it's bullying and maybe harassment as well. But initially, it's more like um, discrimination. So we all know that here in Australia, especially here in Melbourne, we're all very diverse community here. So we have a lot of people coming from different countries, from different backgrounds with different beliefs, and then actually Australia is getting better with racism and discrimination, but still we still have those people like still having those thoughts, um, discriminating other people. So I'm just gonna tell you like a bit of background about discrimination and also some about bullying and harassment. So for discrimination, this is an individual or group of people or treating unfavorably because of a personal attribute, the attributes, and you can discriminate people by direct discrimination. So this is when a person or group is treated less favorably than others because they have protective attributes compared with other persons or group without that attribute. For example, a worker is refused promotion because they're already old, or you're not promoted because you are not you are from another culture or like that. So that's a direct discrimination, and the other one is indirect. Indirect is when a person or unreasonable system, procedure, or requirements treats everyone the same, but in doing so, it ends up actually or potentially disadvantaging to a person with attribute protected by law. So this one is, for example, um, in your organization, there's one your managers ask everyone to take a eye exam, and then we don't everyone should take an eye exam, and then all those who have good eyesight can pass. However, with the people that like having already like wearing glasses or having problems with their eyes, there's a possibility of them to fail because yeah, they already have the condition, unlike people who have good eyesight. So yeah, it's discrimination indirectly, but uh, um, yeah, everything is fair and everyone should take it, but unfortunately there's other people they can't be able to be benefit with that kind of procedure. So discrimination can be done anywhere and can happen to everyone, no matter what's your age, if you have any disability or impairment, if you're having actually employment as well, gender identity, and then irrelevant criminal records, lawful political beliefs, anything. So yeah. So for this one, so it's what you said. You've been upset of what's happening. Have you been experiencing another situations same as this one before?
Yes, like even with acquaintances or in other social gatherings or even in other workplaces or even in my family, I hear these types of comments against this indigenous background, and we work with the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people, and I don't understand why we have to still think this way when they work just as much as we do, and they should have the equal opportunities like everyone, they shouldn't be treated unfairly just because of their background and their culture, because they work very hard, and it just very upsetting that this happens not only in our workplace but everywhere, even in normal situations.
Yeah, and then that's good that because unlike before, racism and then division and discrimination is very widespread here in our country, and I'm glad that today that like a newer generation already like have an idea and well educated about that one. So we're still getting there to the point that I can say that discrimination and then racial discrimination can be wiped out like in one snap. Eventually, hopefully soon, it will we can eradicate that kind of behavior. So yeah, so as you mentioned that you also have some Aboriginal and State um, people working in your organization,
Yes.
and are you also like very diverse in your workplace?
Yes.
Actually, that's very good, good practice. So right now, I'm just gonna explain you what are the benefits, advantages of having a diverse people workplace. Because also it will help you give an idea and also encourage you to be more proactive in people with different cultures. So yeah, advantages of diverse in the workplace is workers and cultural backgrounds bring unique experiences and perceptions to the table. Um, Diverse collection of skills, language, and cultural understanding allows the company to provide service to customers on a global basis. A diverse workforce that feels comfortable communicating varying points of viewpoints provides a larger pool of ideas and innovation. And then there's also, aside from having some advantages, there's also challenges of having a diverse work group. So some of the challenges are taking full advantage of the benefits of diversity in the workplace is not without its challenges. Um, Effective communications can be a challenge as well between employees in diverse cultures, which can directly dampen productivity and cohesiveness in small groups. And also social interrogation at work can be influenced by a small degree. Information of cliques and exclusiveness social groups a natural process that is impossible to control. And yeah, I can say that communication is a big problem. It's a big problem for a diverse group because um, people communicate in different ways, and sometimes language barrier can also be a hindrance. But slowly, eventually, people, for example, especially when people are already working there for a long time, can be adapting the ways of the organization, following their um, mission, vision, and values can hopefully lessen those communication breakdowns or problems. And yeah, so basically, as you mentioned, that most of the comments came from your colleagues' personal opinions, right?
Yeah.
So, and also I'm just gonna mention to you pers- about personal opinions, and then how can that significantly impact people. Okay. So voicing your opinions in a professional manner can boost the profile of employee and improve the morale of the company. People who are leaders are receptive to all opinions, whether their ideas are constructive feedback or even concerns over a decision, have employees who are more engaged and productive. Sharing personal information in the workplace can trigger all sorts of reaction. So if we agree with someone's opinion, we often feel closer to them and seek them out. But if we disagree, it can cause beginning it can cause it can provide any boundaries or beginning to distance ourselves with that. As a result, people opinions can often have significant impact on professional relationship. So maybe that's what's happening with your situation in your organization. The degree in which it happened depends mostly on how we react to those who disagree with our opinions. And in times like these, we need to find a way to respectfully navigate through this diversity without using it as an excuse for further division. So it's really bit tricky to provide a personal information, especially if you are um, very solid about it, very because that's your belief, right? So that's what you were told. That's what that's what you learned. So it's kind of a bit hard for us to like reverse that one. So by doing that one, we just need to be more careful and cautious. So yeah, so there's also here. Mm, there are also acceptable behavior and non-acceptable behavior as well in the workplace in terms of diversity. So I'm just gonna explain for some of the acceptable behaviors. Um, Acceptable behaviors is the way how professional people uh, work in professional manner when they're interacting with others or when managing colleagues. All the people in the organization should consider their own behavior and impact this can have on others. So, acceptable behavior are, for example, are working cooperatively with others in order to achieve the objectives, manage performance in an appropriate fair manner, give and receive constructive feedback as part of day-to-day work, and unacceptable behavior such as if it's unwanted by the recipient, if it's the purpose of or effect of the violating recipient's dignity and creating intimidating, hostile, and degrading, humiliating, or offensive environment. So, yeah, when we are in a diverse work group, it's really important for us to be cautious with our actions. So, do you think what can we do to prevent that one?
Um, education, I guess.
Yeah, and also we have some different communication styles to prevent that one or with dealing with this kind of sensitive issues. So we can show empathy and listen intently to them, or maybe we can, when appropriate, ask questions to better understand the issues and exhibit loyalty and provide guidance to them. Um, and also how to resolve this one. So as you mentioned, education is the key. There's also some steps on how to, yeah, to educate people in regards with diverse workforce. So one is focus on diversity. You should create like a diverse workplace. Ensure that your workplace is ethnically and racially diverse. Reflecting of the diverse population of today's society will help you better serve your customers, your colleagues, and then it also ensure all employees are equally heard and represented. And education is very good. Education on racial discrimination. Your company should have like a annual diverse like courses or trainings. Just that's very beneficial. Right, or review any policies about that one. If you think that your policies and procedures are no longer relevant on this stage, maybe we can inform our managers to maybe update that one. Also, build your team, hold regular team building sessions that focus on employees and getting to know each other, creating a positive work environment. And one more is communicate. It doesn't hurt to talk to other people in other background. Actually, it's very beneficial to you. You learn about them, you understand about their culture, and then communication is the best way to prevent any confusions and yeah, to prevent people to get arrogant as well. So yeah, do you have any questions about today?
No. I look forward to our facility.
Okay, so I'll be seeing you next week, and then I'll just communicate with your HR that you came in today, and then I'm just gonna record everything and then tell him what happened. So as of now, you're feeling okay about you're feeling much better now?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'll see you soon, Jane. Thank you.